What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and Houston Cougars freshman phenom Kingston Flemings has put the college basketball world on notice as he had arguably the best performance that any players had this season, scoring 42 points and dishing out 6 assists in a close loss against the Texas Tech Raiders. Kingston Flemings has been balling all season long, and his journey to get here has been remarkable because he wasn't a highly touted player. He wasn't a McDonald's All-American, he wasn't a 5-star recruit, and he didn't get any offers from the big-time programs like Duke, UConn, Kansas, Kentucky, or North Carolina. And I want to give a lot of credit, y'all, to his coach, Kevin Sampson, because he saw something in him that no one else did, and he was willing to take a chance on him when no one else would. And to be honest with y'all, Kingston Flemings isn't even supposed to be here because although he won Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Texas, although he was named Mr. Texas Basketball Player of the Year, he was a relatively unknown player heading into this season. As I just told y'all, he wasn't even a McDonald's All-American, even though he was named as being the best man player in the state of Texas. He wasn't even named to the McDonald's All-American team. And so I think this just shows you the way people really discrediting his talent, really disrespecting his ability, y'all, as being one of the top freshmen in this 2025 class. And we just consistently kept hearing about Darren Peterson, AJ DeBansa, Caleb Wilson, Nate Ahmed, Cameron Boozer, y'all. And listen, I'm not trying to, disrespect those guys because they're phenomenal players. But Kingston Flemings is also a phenomenal player, y'all. And I think he's proven, a lot of people, I think he's proven that not only is he one of the best freshmen in the country, but he's one of the best players in the country. And I think, y'all, he is the best point guard in the country because he was a two-way superstar. And let's start with what he brings offensively. I mean, he is an elite three-level scorer who does a great job of getting to his spots on all three levels of the floor. I really love the 1-2 crossover move that he does a lot to operate in the mid-range game to get to his spot in that mid-range area. I think his mid-range pull-up actually reminds me a lot of Russell Westbrook. Y'all remember Russell Westbrook when he was in his prime? Man, it was so hard to stop the little mid-range pull-up. He would, shoot in your face, and that's how Kingston Flemings is, y'all. Then he has a very high release, so not only is it hard, to stop him from getting to his spot on the floor, but then it's hard to block his shot because he has a very high release, and then he does a great job of getting downhill, finishing around the rim with either his left or right hand. Man, he is a very skilled finisher, y'all. And then he's a great three-point shooter, and he can shoot from a variety of areas, right? Whether it be catch and shoot threes, pull-up threes, step-back threes, off-the-dribble threes. I mean, he is just a very skilled, very elite shot creator, y'all. All three levels of the floor. And then he's very efficient. He's shooting 51% from the floor, 39% from three, and 81% from the free throw line. So I loved it about him, y'all, because it's hard to find a guard that's very efficient. You can find a lot of guards that are great scorers, that are great shot creators, y'all, but it's incredibly hard to find a guard that has this type of efficiency, and Kingston Flemings definitely has it. And then you look at his playmaking ability. I think he's one of the best passers in the country. He has great court vision, reads the floor well, always his teammates on time and on target, y'all. And then you look at his speed and athleticism. I mean, man, he is one of the most athletic point guards I've seen in quite some time. His athleticism and speed, y'all, is very reminiscent, in my opinion, to John Wall and De'Aaron Fox. I mean, he can just accelerate down the floor like in the speed of light. And I mean, he just does a great job of getting up and down the floor, y'all, very, very quickly. And then he's, super athletic as well. Does a great job, y'all, of finishing very well around the rim as a dunker. I mean, we know he can finish around the rim in terms of his layups package, but y'all, telling you, he's a great dunker off 1 or 2 feet. And then defensively, I think this is where this separates him from a lot of players, y'all, especially a lot of freshman players. You're not going to find a lot of freshmen that plays defense the way Kingston Flemings plays defense. I mean, he is an elite point of attack defender that has quick hands, has quick feet. He moves very well laterally, y'all. He's a very physical defender. He does a great job of beating players to their spot. And then he's a good rebounder for his size, y'all. Even though he's only about 6'4", 190 pounds, man, he's not afraid to get scrapped. He's not afraid to get physical, down low in the paint, box out, and get rebounds. And so I think we're talking about, y'all, a player that is just a two-way superstar. And again, it's very rare for a freshman to have this type of impact, both offensively and defensively. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, outside of AJ DeBansa, Darren Peterson, and Cameron Boozer, I think you can make a case that he is the 4th best player in men's college basketball right now. I mean, he is an elite player, and again, he was not supposed to be in this position, right? Wasn't a McDonald's All-American, wasn't a 5-star recruit, didn't get any big-time offers, y'all, and look at what he's doing now. And he wasn't just doing this. This didn't just start to say today, y'all, against Texas Tech. I mean, he's been having consistent production all season long. And man, I think he's one of the best freshman players, y'all, that Kevin Sampson has had in quite some time, because you know, we all know that Kevin Sampson really doesn't even like to play freshman players. That's why I was surprised that he had Kingston Flemings in the starting lineup in their first game against Townsend, y'all. But that has definitely paid major dividends for them, y'all, and paid major dividends for Kevin Sampson, because, again, the fact that he saw something in his kid, the fact that he was willing to take a chance on this kid, y'all, and then Kingston Flemings has produced. He's played at the elite level that he has. I mean, this has been a great bonus for a Houston Cougars team, y'all, that even without him, they would have been a really good team. But I think now that they have Kingston Flemings, who, again, I believe is the best point guard in the nation, man, he's just taking this team to a new level, y'all. And I think they're definitely going to be competing for a national championship, man. They have a very well-rounded team, and now, y'all, they have one of the best players in the nation in Kingston Flemings. And I'm telling y'all, I think he should be a top 5 pick in the 2026 draft, because, again, to me, outside of AJ DeBansa, Darren Peterson, and Cameron Boozer, I think he is the next best player in men's college basketball, y'all. I think he's put a lot of people on notice that, listen, y'all didn't want to give you my credit when I was in high school. You didn't want to, put me on the McDonald's All-American team. You don't want to, hype me up the way you did some other prospects, y'all. But I think a lot of people are going to give this kid the respect that he has earned, because he is playing at such an elite level that you have to give it to him, y'all. I mean, it would be hard to discredit him now. They might have been able to discredit him when he was in high school, but you cannot discredit what he's doing now, because he is truly one of the elite players in men's college basketball. So Kingston Flemings, my brother, keep doing your thing and ball out the remainder of the season. There you have it, man. This is another episode of ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. Remember, y'all, labs good message or what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know, man, I love y'all. God bless. Peace.